Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Instagram page for your chance to win a brand new GoPro Hero 9 Black or a brand new Wahoo Element Roam. Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel and another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the GoPro Hero 9 Special Bundle. It's going to be an unboxing, and then we're going to go out and video a little bit in different modes and see how this thing films. I know there's already a ton of videos comparing it to the 8, to the 7, to the 4, so many different comparisons, but in this video I'm going to give you my take and my personal views on this camera and why I think it's a viable option for your vlogging or whatever you want to use it for. Normally my videos are about cycling product reviews and cycling in general, but I think this is important as well because I do all my filming with GoPros and my other cameras as well when I'm filming. So I think this is a viable review for a product that I use in my everyday cycling. Well, with the release of the GoPro Hero 9 comes one of the biggest updates that you've seen through the whole line of GoPros, and that's the front-facing screen, which everybody's been waiting for. With the front-facing screen, it kind of takes some of the guesswork as far as centering your picture and all that kind of stuff. So this makes it a much more viable vlogging camera, and I'm really excited about it. Although the Hero 9 has so many great upgrades, it's not quite yet perfected, but it's a huge leap over the previous GoPros. So I think it is a viable option if you are really thinking about buying this camera. Every time GoPro comes out with a new product, they definitely listen to the consumer because every subsequent model has upgrades which makes the camera better and better. So with this one, with the front-facing screen, is huge, and there's also other upgrades as well that make it so much better than the previous models. This camera is ever so slightly bigger. It has a larger rear screen, and it also has a larger battery, so it has a slightly longer battery life, so that's a win right there. This camera also has 5K capability, so it's like the latest and greatest in video quality. Unlike the Hero 8, this one has reverted to previous models where it has a removable lens, and they're coming out with another lens for super view, which I haven't been able to get my hands on yet, but it is definitely coming out. So with the removable lens, that's a huge upgrade from the 8, because with the 8, if you scratch your lens, it was pretty much game over. With this one, if you scratched your lens, you could go out and buy a new one and you'd be good to go. It has 5K capability filming. It has Hyper Smooth 3.0. It also has automatic horizon leveling, which is pretty cool, but it tends to crop out some of your view. So it might not always be your best bet, but if you can use it in certain situations, it's kind of neat. It's got Time Warp 3.0, which goes into a time warp, and then it can go into regular speed and back to time warp. Whether you use that or not, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'm going to probably play around with that format a little bit, but I'll show you that when I take some filming. You could also use this camera as a webcam if you don't want to use the camera on your computer, which will give you a better view. This camera also has hindsight, which records a little bit prior to you actually hitting the record button. So it's always recording, which kind of kills your battery a little bit, so because the thing is constantly recording. So if you pick up your camera and start recording, or you hit your record button, it already has been recording for, I think, 30 seconds prior to you actually hitting the record button. So that's kind of neat. So it reduces the probability of you missing something, so that's kind of neat. You could also do a scheduled capture. There's a lot of times where I've gotten up super early in the morning to get a sunrise just to hit that record button to start the capture. But with this one, you could do a scheduled capture time, so it'll actually turn on like 5:36 in the morning and get your scheduled capture to get a cool sunrise without you having to physically get up and hit the record button. So I think that's a really cool feature. You can also set the duration of time. So if you're doing like a sunrise or something like that, you can record for like say 1 to 2 hours, and then it'll automatically stop. So another cool feature this camera's got. Also, this camera has a mic drain, so it's a better transition from above to below water and back above. The mic doesn't seem quite as drowned out, but I don't think for what I use it for, I don't think I'm gonna be using that too much. But for anybody that does underwater stuff, I think that's kind of a cool feature. This camera also has some mods along with the Super View lens. It's also gonna have a media mod, which snaps onto the camera and allows you to use a built-in boom mic. Me personally, I have the media mod for the 8, and I didn't see a big difference from the built-in mic to the boom mic. I've always had an H1N on my person because it's a cheap external microphone and it's always taken superior audio compared to any of my cameras, so that's usually what I use. But I do use the mic on all my cameras along with my H1N because sometimes for some reason there'll be a glitch and I'll lose audio with my GoPro. So worst case scenario, I still have some audio with my camera, so I'll always have a backup. And going a little bit deeper with the glitches, I know a lot of other videos that I've seen have had the same issues as me. With my Hero 8, I've had some glitches to where my mic didn't work, and with my media mount, I had a external mic, an external boom mic hooked up, and for some reason I would record for 2 hours and I'd go home and I'd have absolutely no audio, no sound whatsoever. So that was really frustrating, and the fact that I took all this footage and it's basically worthless because all the audio is gone. So that's why I usually wear my H1N, because it's a backup. And the audio I usually use for my H1N anyways, because I don't think the camera audio technology is quite there yet, unless you use an external boom mic, which tends, if you're looking for a compact setup, a boom mic kind of takes away from that. Because when I'm riding my bike, I like to have a small camera, and I'll have my GoPro, I'll hold my GoPro and I'll have my H1N on me in my pocket. So that's kind of hidden, and I don't have to worry about having a big boom mic in my pocket. So it all depends on what kind of filming you're doing and what your needs are as far as size and compatibility and portability. For me, I like things that are smaller. It just makes it easier for me. So everybody's got their own specific needs. And another thing about the media mod, and I do agree with a lot of the other people, with the media mod on there, it almost seems like the camera got hot, and maybe that's what made it become glitchy, because not only would I lose audio, I would also sometimes lose video. For some reason, it would just be black and I don't know why. And a lot of times you'd have to do the master reset where you'd have to pull the battery out, put it back in and start all over. Why that happens, I have no idea. It's just like a GoPro glitch thing. But I think it's pretty minor. If you can deal with it, it's not a really big deal. Maybe in future models, they'll figure everything out and you'll have a perfect GoPro Hero 10, who knows. But anyways, with all that being said, I think the GoPro Hero 9 is an awesome upgrade. And for me, I'm really looking forward to doing more vlogging with this camera and getting some really cool action shots. So without further ado, let's do an unboxing, and then we're gonna take it out and take some shots and show you how I'm shooting and my setup for each individual scene. So here we go. All right, so now we're gonna unbox the GoPro Hero 9 Black bundle kit. Comes in a much more simple container than previous models, so less waste, always a good thing. All right, once you open it up, you have this cool little GoPro case, which I'll probably never use. It looks a little bit bigger, almost, watching other videos, you almost wish it was a little bit smaller, maybe enough to carry the camera itself to protect it from damage. But I mean, if you're looking for something portable where you want to have minimal stuff with you, this is already a little bit too big. Maybe when you're at the house storing all your equipment, maybe this is a good storage container. So let's open it up. All right, opening up the bundle is a little bit different than just a regular GoPro. You have a little bit more compartments here, which is kind of neat. A nice little selfie stick here with the mount. A nice little clip mount. The bundle kit actually comes with 2 batteries, which is really cool. Give you a little bit more recording time. We have a couple other mounting options here. And some thumb screws and a mount with adhesive for a helmet. And here you have your USB to USB-C for charging. The bundle also comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card and all your literature. So now the camera itself. Love that screen. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so pulling off the protective film. All right, so compared to the GoPro Hero 8, the back screen is slightly bigger. Obviously, the front screen is going to be the big selling point for this camera. And also, the front lens is removable. For different lenses, notably the Super View lens that is not currently available widely. So visually, this camera looks almost identical to the Hero 8, but it is slightly larger, a little bit wider. But if you didn't see the two right next to each other, you probably wouldn't even notice. But the removable front lens is huge. The front-facing screen is also huge. The bigger battery is gonna give you a little bit more life, so it's gonna give you a little bit more filming, and that's a win. And you have the same mounts as previous models. Now that I've shown you the unboxing of the bundle, let's take this camera out and see what it can do. All right, so we're on the road, and right off the bat, the front-facing screen is awesome because I can center my face on the screen. I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm right in the center. So that is pretty cool. I really like that. So we're gonna test the camera in several different modes. So first I'm gonna do some filming in 5K Hyper Smooth, and then I'm gonna go to 5K Hyper Smooth 3.0, and we'll see what the difference is. Then we're gonna shoot in 4K. You probably won't see a huge difference between 5K and 4K. It's gonna be negligible as far as quality. But having the 5K, hey, if you could have the best, why not, right? We're gonna do some slow motion. And we're gonna do some time warp in that new setting when you could go into a time warp, slow down to regular speed and back to time warp again. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun to play with, especially with my cycling vlog. All right, so we're going about 40 miles an hour right now, and I'm gonna go back to time warp, or warp speed, whatever. Here we go. Now that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. I think I'm gonna use that a little bit more. One of my gripes, basically with every camera, is the internal mic. That technology obviously hasn't been perfected, so I always have an H1N on my person, so I have my camera as my backup audio because my H1N's audio is superior to the internal mic. In this next segment, compare the audio from when I'm riding my bike with the GoPro and from my H1N, and you'll see that it's absolutely superior. So here we go. All right, so let's compare audio. This is the audio from my H1N, and this is audio from my GoPro. This is audio from my H1N and audio from my GoPro. A little bit different, huh? One of my other gripes with GoPro is that the back screen, the touch screen is so finicky with me. And I don't know if it's because I've used so much hand sanitizer and my hands are so dry from this pandemic, but it's just so finicky. And my iPhone, it's totally fine, but with this, it just jumps kind of all over the place. And with a screen protector, it's almost unusable. Well, this is just a little taste of what the GoPro 9 can do. And so far, I'm very impressed. With every subsequent model, GoPro gets closer and closer to perfection. I do have my gripes, as within the internal mic, can't expect much there. No internal mic is good. I think this camera fills a wide spectrum of needs, and at the cost and at the price point, it's a bargain. If you wanted to start a vlog, this is an absolute excellent camera to start out with. Not everybody can afford a $5,000 rig. So hopefully you enjoyed that footage. It's a little tidbit of what this camera can do, and I think it's going to be absolutely awesome for my future vlogs and yours as well. I also still have a giveaway going where I'm going to give away a brand new Wahoo Element Roam or a brand new GoPro Hero 9, whichever you choose. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and join my Instagram. I really appreciate it. I plan on making a lot more videos, and please grow with me. Every video I make, I put 100% of my heart into, so each video is going to get better and better. I'm still in my infancy. I don't have the curtains, I don't have the fluorescent green lights yet, so it's all in work. So every video I'm trying to make better. So I appreciate you growing with me, and I promise to put out high quality cycling content for you and product reviews. So thanks so much for watching. Take care, peace out.